Good morning. My name's Michael, and I can't be here with you this morning, but I wanted to kind of mention a few things about the Dartmouth mission trip that really meant a lot to me. When I think about our trip, really three things really come to mind. First is that God put together just a wonderful group of people. We had such a great time, and it means a lot, I think, simply because we really didn't know each other that well before we left. Honestly, John was the only person that I knew. And when he called me and said, "Hey, I want you to go on this trip," I was slightly hesitant, just wondering if I would, get along with everybody and all that kind of stuff. But it didn't even take a full 24 hours for that group just to mesh and to get along. And we just had a fantastic time. We served together. We laughed a lot. But at the same time, we had some great heartfelt conversations. When I think about our meals, I think about the fact that we encouraged each other. We cried. We shared. It was just such a great group. I can honestly say that I was sad when we departed because it was just a great group of folks. I love you guys. And I hope to see you guys again. The second thing that really hit me about our trip was Chad and Jody. We as Southern Baptists, we pray for church planners. We talk about church planners. We learn about church planners. But to meet someone like Chad and Jody and see the sacrifices that they made really kind of hits home. And the moment we met them, you could just tell their spirit, and you could tell that they loved what they did, and to see how they sacrificed and moved away from home and lived in this place to serve God just taught me a tremendous amount about ministry and about serving. And I'm so thankful that I met them. And I want to encourage you to pray for Chad and Jody on a regular basis because they're working really hard at this church and they're away from family. And God's using them in a mighty way. So I would encourage you to do that. The third thing that really kind of hit me was the fact that, we reached a couple roadblocks on our trip, but both of those things kind of turned out to be memorable and important parts of our trip, I think. Right when we first arrived at the airport, we had a little trouble with our rental vans. And so instead of having one van, we were able to rent two vans, the gray van and also the magnificent red van, which I was able to be a part of. And I can honestly say to this day, the red van is the greatest automobile that I've ever had the privilege to drive, and perhaps even the greatest automobile ever made. And I know my fellow red van folks would agree with me there. But the red van, gray van thing just was made the weekend a lot of fun, and we had a great time. Especially the red van, which was the better van. The other part that I thought was interesting about that, when we got to the hotel, John and I's room didn't quite work out, and we ended up staying in this just ridiculous apartment in this hotel. And as strange as that seemed, that apartment turned out to be our meeting place, our prayer place, our encouragement place. And I'm so thankful for that because God just worked that out. That's the one thing that we didn't have was a place to meet and each morning and each evening, and God opened that up. So I'll say I'm very thankful that I went, and I want to thank John for a great job that he did leading that trip, and I want to thank my fellow mission team for making that weekend a great weekend. I love you guys. I miss you guys, and hope to see you soon. Have a great day.